Hello once again, everybody. From Farm Science Review, we're visiting with Tadd Nicholson. Tadd is the Executive Director of the Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association. Tadd, it's always a pleasure to visit with you, and you have something pretty important to discuss and promote this year.
Yeah, we really kind of discovered at the state fair when we were promoting this to consumers that unleaded 88 is kind of new, and people need to understand that it's safe for your car, it's less expensive. The biggest issue is people keep asking that question, can I put it in my car? The answer is, if you're driving something that is 2001, manufactured 2001 or newer, the answer is yes.
Well, we've had that experience with ethanol in the past, and this is just using that product from corn a little bit differently.
That's right. We've been used to E85. That's a product that goes into, that's this yellow handle. It goes into flex fuel vehicles. This blue handle is really what we want people to understand now. That one can go into any vehicle, 2001 and newer. It's called unleaded 88, and it has 15% ethanol in it, which makes it less expensive than 87. Higher octane, lower cost. It's a win-win.
You have a lot of questions from not only farmers but consumers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's kind of new because it's not everywhere. It's not just mainstream now. We don't see it in every station. So that's part of the work of the Ohio Corn Checkoff, is to help promote that, to expand that throughout the state.
Visiting with John Linder a little bit earlier, we're talking a little bit about the checkoff and all that it has done over the years. And I was sort of pulling a little bit of history from John, and there's been a lot of those products and services that the checkoff has brought about.
Just with ethanol, the checkoff is really what started the ethanol industry. It was started at a time when we couldn't squeeze enough ethanol out of a bushel of corn to make it justifiable or competitive with gasoline. So we had to use checkoff dollars to do a lot of that research. We've evolved all the way to this point where now our role as a checkoff is to help get these pumps out into the field so that consumers can pull corn through the system by using more ethanol.
Those early years, it took a lot of promoting to farmers just to get it the legislation passed to create all of this. And then over time we understand now that going to the politicians to ask for this or that and to promote things like the products that corn provides is still important.
Yeah, it certainly is, and that's the work of the association. We have checkoffs, we have associations. Associations do the policy work, and that's where things like the Renewable Fuel Standard came from. It's energy bills, farm bills, these type of things. But it's also where we can have federal funds allocated to help retailers install pumps like this.
We're here at the Farm Science Review, and you've had this standing building for years and years. I'm not sure how many years.
I don't really know the answer to that, Gary.
Okay, but you've had a countless number of people, both farmers and non-farmers, that come through here. What are pick a couple of questions that's most often asked?
Well, we have to always talk about ethanol here, but livestock is such an important part of our industry as well. They just happen to have their own organizations here that are promoting their own industries. But our role, I think, has really been about helping livestock by exporting meat, and really that's what we're really proud of. In fact, this year we passed the $1 million lifetime investment to the U.S. Meat Export Federation. That's the Ohio Corn Checkoff. It's one of the very first things that we did as a checkoff was start investing in livestock through meat exports. And we're so proud of that. We never want anybody to forget that, even though we spend a whole lot of time talking about ethanol.
Tadd, the fact that people here in the Buckeye State work together, maybe a little bit better from say government, the ODA, from Ohio State University, the Ag School, more than just the Ag School, but then the commodity groups, in addition to you folks. You mentioned the Beef Council, and we have all the different livestock groups and the various, almost everything in Ohio, all the groups that pertain to agriculture, they work together so well. That's not the case from some of the other states.
It's not, and a lot of states are kind of envious of what we have here, but it's done for a very specific reason. It's because we're so much more powerful when we work together, and so we found that out a long time ago, Gary, and we work hard at that relationship to keep all these ag entities together, from Farm Bureau to all the livestock commodities, soybean, corn and wheat, the university, ODA, everyone working together. That's when we're the strongest.
Okay, Tadd Nicholson has been a guest. Tadd, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Gary.
And stay with us. Back with more right after this.